Jose Mourinho is the special one, but I'm gonna become the next Mourinho. In today's video, I'm gonna manage every club that Jose Mourinho has ever managed, but my challenge is to do better than him.
I prefer really not to speak.
In my last video, I became better than Pep Guardiola, but this one with Mourinho might be really difficult because Mourinho has managed like 10 different clubs. The first club we're gonna manage is Benfica. I had no idea Mourinho ever coached them. Well, he only coached Benfica for 11 games before getting sacked. So all we gotta do to be better than Mourinho at Benfica is win a trophy with them, that's all. If we can get this team to a trophy in Portugal, we can move on to the next club. One thing I'll tell you all, this Benfica team is good. We've got Vertonghen, Otamendi, this Vlaco Dimos guy in goal who looks really nice, Grimaldo as well, Everton, João Mario. Bro, this Benfica side is so good, I think we can win a trophy easily in this first season. Of course, had to make a signing. I'm thinking Lucas Vasquez for that right back position. He's 81 rated, 19 million value. I like this. We got him for literally that. So let's put him into the starting 11. I think this team is more than good enough to win us a trophy. Although I am worried about Porto. They're going to be tough opponents. Fun fact, they're probably going to be the next club we manage. I don't think I can sign anyone with 6 million. So let's just get to the end of the season and see if we can win a trophy. We're at the end of the season. Let's see if we've won the league with Benfica. Have we managed to pull it off? Yes, we have. And that means we can move on to the next club. We've won a trophy with Benfica. Mourinho could never do that. All right, bro, look at the ratings in some of our players. Grimaldo and this Ramos kid. Bro, he was insane. He actually got outscored by Yaremchuk, but 22 goals, not bad. Maybe we'll take him on at our next club. We'll see. The next club we're supposed to manage is União de Leiria, but they're not in FIFA, so we're going to move on to the next club, and it's Porto. This is where Jose Mourinho made a name for himself and won literally everything, including the Champions League with Porto. So now to move on to the next club, we need to win the Champions League with this team. I don't know how we're going to pull this off. Okay, to be honest, the team is good. Like, there are a lot of young players. If we can get their potential sorted, dynamic potential in everything, we should be good. A good striker in Evanilson. We've got a decent midfield. How much money do we have to improve this team? About 26.8 million. One signing I want to make, I'm 100% sure of, it's Goncalo Ramos. His contract was expiring. I didn't renew it, so we could get him for an absolute bargain. We coached him at Benfica. He helped us win the league. Now maybe he can help us win the Champions League at Porto. We had this striker called Taremi at the club, 80 rated. Don't mind doing like a swap deal, chucking in maybe 5 million as well. He won 16. To be fair, Goncalo Ramos is a beast. Okay, maybe 10 million will work. It doesn't. I want to save up as much money as I can because I want to try and make more signings, but looks like we're gonna have to just pay 16. Trust me guys, this is gonna be a mega signing for us. Goncalo Ramos. If we want to be better than Mourinho, the next Mourinho, and win the Champions League with Porto, we need the best set of Portuguese players, and he's one of them. So after selling a fair few players, we're looking at a transfer budget of 32 million. Now we can improve this team even further. I think it's all about getting a better midfielder. Am I seeing things? Or Renato Sanchez's contract is expiring. Can we pull this off? I'm gonna put someone like Sergio Oliveira in a swap deal here. That's the only way I think we can pull this off. Okay, maybe another 20 million plus Oliveira would work. They don't want him, but they're willing to do it for 35. Do we just spend all our cash on Renato Sanchez? Honestly, we probably should, but I need to get this deal a bit cheaper, and 31 million works. Bro, that's a bargain for Renato. We've just signed Renato Sanchez. Once again, after a bit of selling, we're up to 28 million for our transfer budget. I reckon we can maybe add another player. This time I'm thinking centre-back. I've gone ahead and signed a proper good centre-back in Simakan. If we want to win the Champions League, we need signings like this. I literally traded an existing centre-back we had for him, so I'm hoping it's worth it. We signed a new striker, a new midfielder, a new defender. I think we've done the perfect job. For the first couple of seasons, let's not worry about the Champions League. Let's get the base sorted with this team. Forget the Champions League, guys. Winning the league itself is going to be a task. We're 3 points off Sporting. Now, we won the Champions League, but we got dunked on by Atleti and Inter. And Benfica, the team we managed before, are in the Europa League final. We got knocked out in like the round of 16. I don't even know if it's possible to win the Champions League with Porto. How did Mourinho pull it off? Well, at least we're building the squad for future seasons because the overalls are looking amazing. amazing. I think, you know what? If we get some money next season, could be possible. No way, we're starting off our second season with terrible news. Francisco Conceição, one of our best players, is joining Dortmund. Yo, retaining talent is going to be a big task here at Porto. At least this season, our budget has gone up to 50 million. We got some cash from the Conceição sale and some more money from another player sale and season ticket money, and we're up to 66 million. I've got an idea. I just checked Rafinha's contract's expiring. We make a signing like this that could make us contenders to win the league title easily. Bro, this makes a lot of sense. It's just that negotiating with Barcelona is going to be a task. I'm going to start at 56 because I know his contract's expiring. 60 works. You know what? Even if this is the only signing we make, it's worth it. We have Rafinha, boys, at Porto. He is literally our most expensive player and by far. There you go. Rafinha's in this team. If you look at the overalls, this team is actually pretty good. Let's see how we do this season. Now we're talking, boys. It took us a while to get this team all figured out, but now we've won the league, we can aim for the Champions League. Bro, the ratings on this side, you know what? We can be contenders for Champions League like next season. I'm so glad we signed him. Goncalo Ramos has bagged 35 goals this season. Next season, I'm gunning for that Champions League. Let's get it done. We've got 90 million to spend this season. I'm sure with that money, we can make this team into a Champions League winning squad. First thing I found was Antoine Griezmann available for a free. We need a backup striker. I'm going for him. That's actually mad. We've just signed Griezmann. And next up, we've pulled off the signing of Grimaldo. Reunited with him again. This time we signed him from Man United. Like 53 million. Bro, just look at our team with those signings. I think we're gonna go far. We've got everything sorted. Even though we've got about 34 million left, I think this team can win the Champions League. So let's just see what happens. This is looking like the season, boys, because we've topped our Champions League group. But our first test is Barcelona. What's gonna happen in this first leg, boys? We surely have the team to get it done. But in the Champions League, you never know. It's a 1-1 draw. Please, I don't want to go through more seasons with Porto. I want to wrap it up this time around. Can we get it done in the second leg? We can! We've beaten Barcelona. This has got to be the season. We managed to knock out Atletico in the quarterfinals, but it's Manchester United in the semis. Remember, guys, Mourinho did coach Man United, so that's a club we'll have to coach at some point in this video. But for now, can we beat them in the first leg, please? Yes, we can. Job done in the second leg too. It all comes down to this. We win this game, we can move on to the next club. We also, by the way, managed to win the league. To be the next Mourinho, we're going to have to win the Champions League with Porto. To go to the next club, we need to win this, and that's exactly what we've done. Let's go. We've completed the challenge with Porto. Bro, this team that we built, insane. And trust me, boys, some of these players you guys are probably going to see at our future clubs. We can now move on to the next club, and it looks like it's Chelsea. Mourinho actually coached Chelsea twice in his career, but as long as we can win the Champions League once with Chelsea, we can move on to the next club. Mourinho's time at Chelsea was incredible. He won the Premier League 3 times, but he couldn't win the Champions League. Bro, the team we've got at Chelsea right now, it's good enough to win the Champions League in the first season. An unbelievable first 11, couple of signings and we're sorted. Mourinho did often sign players he had already coached before, and we're gonna do the exact same. First, we improve our midfield by signing Grujic, who is now 87 rated. Grujic was amazing for us at Porto, and he's gonna be amazing here as well. This next one is the big signing. We've signed Diogo Costa from Porto, a 91 rated keeper. This team is more than good enough to win the Champions League. Let's just get this done with. We win the Premier League, and it's by a landslide. That's a good sign. Bro, Kai Havertz had a monstrous season. He ended up scoring 48 goals. But what matters is, have we reached the Champions League final? We've topped our group. We get through Salzburg, through against Barca, through against Liverpool. It's a final against City. Oh no, look at the injuries and suspensions for this final. Good thing is we've got Sterling as backup and Cucurella's backup for left wing back. We're sorted. We win this game and we can move on to the next club. Can we pull it off though? Yes, we can. We do it. We've won the Champions League with Chelsea. We've pulled off what the special one could never at Chelsea. We did what we had to do, and now time to move on to the next club. Mourinho's next club was Inter Milan. Now, Mourinho didn't win the Champions League with Chelsea, but I'm sure he was hungry for it. So at Inter, he managed to pull it off. And that means for us to move on to the next club, we need to win the Champions Champions League with this team? Okay, now we've actually got a really good set of players here, but are they good enough to win the Champions League? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a one-season job like, of course, how Chelsea was, because that team was cracked. But let's see what we can do with this team. Barella is great. Skriniar, Lisandro Martinez. I'm not too sure about En-Nesyri. Rashford's pretty awesome. But let's see what we can do. I was thinking of signing a new keeper, but then I realized the current keeper we've got, 80 rated, but he's 20. The growth could be insane. So you know what? We'll bet on him. A new CDM is absolutely a must. I'm trading De Paul and 16 million for Bruno Guimaraes. Sounds like a deal. By the way, our budget is about 160 million. We can do a lot with that. All right, guys. We now have a proper CDM in Bruno Guimaraes. This is big. An offer for Youssef El-Nesyri. I'm looking to sell him. We could get like a crazy amount of cash for him. You know what? I want to see what kind of money we can get for him. Well, 96.9 million from Atalanta. At this point, I'll take the money. I'm also going to sell Firmino. We need to get as much cash as possible because I've got a huge idea. After all the player sales, we've now got 250 million to work with. We need a new striker, and I'm going back for the man who won the Champions League for me before, Goncalo Ramos. Let's win it again with him. His contract's expiring, so we're trying to go for him at the right moment. So 160 million could work, and it does. We now have signed Goncalo Ramos. It's crazy that we've built him up to this overall, and let's win the Champions League with him again. Just look at that team with Goncalo Ramos and Guimaraes in there as well. It's unreal. We needed a new centre-back, and we've got him. It's Bastoni. Well, we brought him back to Inter. That's it, guys. I'm done with transfers. On the face of it, I think this team is good enough to win the Champions League, but I still see a few places where there could be problems. Like this guy, Kralj. I think he's a regen of Ilicic. I'm not entirely sure, but he needs to grow more. Van de Beek in midfield, we could do better. We could get a better right wing back. So there are improvements that can be made, but it's still a competitive team. Let's see what happens. Bro, what is this? No, my save file is glitched. Bro, the Serie A doesn't exist. Guys, what's wrong with this? Unbelievable. The Serie A doesn't exist. Bro, I think this is the only tournament we can play in, because the Serie A does not exist. I've never seen this glitch before. Let's get through this game, the Super Cup, and just see what happens. We take the L. Oh my god, that's frustrating. But surely the Serie A is going to begin now. No, it just shows last season's tournament. What is this? Oh, there is a team that's glitched. There is a weird team that is glitched over here. Oh my god, that's caused this save file to now be corrupted. How are we going to be better than Jose Mourinho like that? Oh my god. That is such an L. You know what? Because this is not my fault, it's the game's fault. We're gonna just skip Inter.
A few moments later.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so Serie A does not work, but the Champions League does. Bro, okay. This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened. This has been the weirdest season of all time. I mean, look at this. We're in the Champions League final, but these are literally the only games we've played as a club. Look at this. Wait, what? Where did Rashford play 48 games? Okay, so they've taken stats from last season, bro. I am so confused with this save file. You know what? Once we move on to the next club, we're going to start a new career mode from there. To move on to the next club, we do need to win the Champions League. Now, can we do it? Yes, we can. We can move on to the next club and we'll start a new career mode because this save file is glitched. We've broken it. We've become so much better than Mourinho that we've broken the game. It's now time to move on to Mourinho's next club, which is Real Madrid. In a way, this was pretty much the second half of Mourinho's career and it wasn't as successful as the first. Jose Mourinho won everything but the Champions League with Madrid, and you guys know they value the Champions League the most. So all we got to do with Madrid, win the Champions League, and we've done a better job than Jose. And honestly, this is a Champions League winning team already. They're unbeaten in La Liga as of now in real life. You know, what do we do to improve this team? Nothing much really. It's insane. I've got one signing that could just take this team to the next level, and that's Mo Salah. Why not go crazy and sign Mo Salah for the right wing position? Asensio's anyway a bit meh. Let's just put it that way. We can probably get a swap deal done between the two of them and have Mo Salah in our team. Look at that. Pretty simple. We'll pay the cash. I just want to make that one signing. Mo Salah in that right wing role. I like the idea of it. There you go. We've got Mo Salah playing for Real Madrid now. Honestly, this team is more than good enough to win the Champions League. I'd be surprised if we don't win it this season. By the way, if you haven't noticed, we have started a new career mode, so overalls have been reset. It's because the Serie A seems to be glitched. Well, this is not a good sign. Just like how Pep Guardiola dominated Mourinho back when he was the Madrid manager, something similar has happened. We even lost the Spanish Cup final. Only the Champions League can save us. And we have managed to reach the finals against Liverpool. Now, because the Champions League is the biggest trophy and Mourinho couldn't win it, as long as we can win the Champions League, we can move on to the next club. Bro, just look at the rating of Luka Modric. It has fallen off the cliff. We're going to have to put Fede Valverde into the starting 11, but the rest of the team is looking pretty good ratings-wise. Benzema has kept his overall. I want to see the stats too. Oh, Vinicius Jr. balled out for us. I mean, that's insane. We win this game against Liverpool, we can move on to the next club. Can we win the Champions League with Madrid? And we can. And we were a man down as well. Karim the Dream Benzema gets it done for us. We did what Mourinho could never do at Real Madrid. Our next club might be the most difficult one yet because it's Manchester United. Mourinho once said his biggest achievement with Man United was to finish second in the Premier League. It's now time to coach Manchester United. All we got to do with them, I guess, is win the Premier League because Jose never managed to do that. But in all honesty, that might be a proper task in itself because we're up against Man City and Liverpool and you guys know how good they are. The team is good though that we've got here. We've got Anthony, we've got Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Varane, Lisandro Martinez. A few changes, maybe replacing Ronaldo. We'll see. Oh, 285 million to work with. We can win the league title easily with that kind of money. First signing I'm gonna make is Federico Valverde because look at that release clause. This is such a value buy. We don't have to do any work for that and we can sign him. The next player I want is Dean Henderson. If you're thinking why Dean Henderson, well, it's because we don't really have a good backup keeper, so we're just gonna sign him. Why is a backup keeper gonna cost us 47 million? Oh my god, that is so frustrating. I'm just gonna offer Christian Eriksen because they were actually interested in him. What about Christian Eriksen and 17 million? That works. There you go, we've signed both Fede Valverde and Dean Henderson. We're carrying over Valverde because I know he was insane for us at Madrid. There you go, Fede Valverde is in the starting 11, plus we now need to put Dean Henderson on the bench. Alright guys, the team is looking ready to win trophies. We just got to win the Premier League. Let's see if we can pull it off. Wow, we've lost the Premier League by a huge margin to Liverpool. That is a problem. Also, we lost the FA Cup. This would have been a nice trophy to win. Mourinho could never win the FA Cup at Man United. We were in the Champions League, but Bayern knocked us. I guess we're gonna have to do another season with Man United. I think I know what's wrong with this team. Ronaldo. We need a new striker, boys. I kind of wanted to win the Premier League with Cristiano Ronaldo, but that just wasn't possible. He's not scoring enough. We need a new striker.
Out. He's fired.
Alright, we're in season 2 and I think Cristiano is retired because I can't seem to find him. Kind of makes it easy for us because we need to get a Ronaldo replacement this season. No, he's still playing. He's become a free agent. Oh my god, nobody wants Ronaldo. By the way, I only just realized we don't have Marcus Rashford at the club. Anyways, that's fine. We need a new striker to get this season. Who do we go for? I'm thinking, can we go crazy and just get Mbappe? Dude, 33 million? Trust me, even with the Manchester United money, we can't afford that. Oh, maybe we can. Maybe we can. You know what? Let's just give this a try. Would it be possible to sign Kylian Mbappe to Man United? They certainly have the pull. All we need to do is win the league title. A signing like this will give us just that. They want 391 million. Oh my god. We're gonna offer 300. 323. Yo, we're pulling this off. Surely with this signing, we can win the Premier League with Manchester United. I can't believe we've just signed Mbappe. Alright, the first team's looking insane. The bench is looking insane. I reckon we can win the Prem now. We're at the end of the season, guys. Have we won the Premier League or not? Can we move on to the next club? This is what we decided. Yes, we've won the Premier League with Manchester United. We can move on to the next club. We also didn't do 2-2 pad in the Champions League. Oh, to be fair, losing 6-2 to City is bad. But hey, we only had to win the Premier League, and we did that. Of course, it was Kylian Mbappe who made all the difference.
I'm not surprised.
Mourinho's next club was Spurs, but even this special one couldn't win a single trophy for them. He got sacked before the EFL Cup final. So all we need to do to move on to the next club is literally get Spurs a trophy. How difficult could it be? Well, probably a lot more than you expect, because these guys haven't won a trophy in so freaking long. Let's see if we can pull it off. Once again, because we're in the Premier League, the budget's a crazy 140 million. All we need to do is win a trophy. Could be the Carabao Cup. Of course, we're not going to count any of the Super Cups or anything. So let's be smart about it. Let's build a balanced squad. And that's why I'm going to try and sign Kulusevski. I think he's on Spurs on a permanent deal, but the game doesn't recognize that. So we're going to pay 76 million and sign him. There you go. We've got Dejan Kulusevski, who's 84 rated. I was just searching for players whose contracts been expiring, and I found Presnel Kimpembe. That could be an incredible signing. Oh my god, Tomori's contract's expiring too. He would be even better. Let's improve that back line. I'd love to sign Tomori, maybe in a swap deal. I reckon I can put in, say, this Orban guy and maybe get away with a good deal. Chuck in about 60 million plus Willy Orban. They're willing to do it for 64. What, we might as well do it. Alright guys, we've got Fikayo Tomori at Spurs. Okay, one thing's for sure, this team is good, but good enough to win a trophy? I don't know, man. I don't know about this keeper. This keeper's got me worried. I've never heard of him. He's 83 rated. Lloris is actually lower rated than him. Let's just see what we can do this season. Even the Carabao Cup is a trophy, and that'll be fine for us to move on to the next club. Alright, this could be our first chance at a trophy, but did you see that? We got destroyed by Arsenal in the Carabao Cup semis. We got knocked out in the FA Cup as well, but there might be a cheat code for us to win a trophy. It's the mighty Conference League. Spurs couldn't win it in real life, but if we win this, we move on to the next club. No way, dude. We didn't even finish in the top 4 in the Premier League, and we got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Conference League. Winning a trophy with Spurs, it feels like an impossible task at this rate. Look at our team. How aren't we looking to win a trophy? I just don't get it. Son balled out for us, but he's not going to be this good for much longer. He's 32. Next season, we got to give it everything. I think to win a trophy with this Spurs team, we need an incredible goalkeeper. I think Thibaut Courtois could be the man, but his age has got me a bit worried. What if we do a tactical masterclass and try and sign someone from Man City? That would weaken one of our opponents. Yo, this might be the play. I'm going to sign Edison. Classic Mourinho move. If you can't beat him, just buy one of their players. Like, to be fair, I don't think Mourinho did all of that. But anyways, we're signing Edison regardless. And the transfer's done. Surely now with the 91 rated keeper, we can win at least one trophy this season. Let's give it a go. Spurs will be Spurs, guys. Like, look at this. FA Cup semi-finals. Look at the teams left in the competition, and we still end up getting knocked out. Carabao Cup, we got knocked out to Barnsley. Europa League, Leverkusen knocked us out. The only hope we've got to move on to the next club is the Premier League. Can we somehow win the Premier League? My hopes are not high, but it looks like we have at least finished above Liverpool and City in the top 4. 4th, Arsenal. Okay, we're in the top 3. We're in the top 2. Have we done the impossible? We've won the Premier League. Let's go! By 1 point, we can now move on to the next club. That's what happens when you sign a player like Edison from your rival. Who's our top scorer? Richarlison. Oh boy. The final club we gotta manage is Roma, where Mourinho is currently working. He's actually won them the Conference League already. I think our objective has to be a bit more challenging. We need to win the scudetto or the Serie A title with Roma to complete the video. I like the team, especially this man right there, Paulo Dybala. Trust me, he's gonna be insane for us. Then Pellegrini, Zaniolo, Abraham. Our defense is great. I think the major improvements to win the league we'll need is a goalkeeper, probably a new right back, maybe a new left winger. We'll figure it out. I've done a new save file for Roma. For some reason, when I load up Serie A in existing save files, the game just doesn't exist. It's super weird. First signing we're making is a player I think that would really fit well into what we're trying to build. It's Steven Bergwijn from Spurs, 37.6 27 million for him. Not gonna lie, that feels like a nice upgrade into the team. If I now want to make more signings, we need to sell players and generate a bit of cash. So after selling a few players, our budget is shot up. Let's just put it that way. We sold players like Cristante, Matic, and I think some more players as well. So that's done us a whole world of good. And let's see who we can sign. We have a new CDM. Of course, it's a Mourinho team. We need to have a good defensive backline and, you know, that stability. So Konrad Lehmer from RB Leipzig is who we've gone for about 35 million. I think it's a steal. I'm only worried about my goalkeeper position for now. That's something we can't address this season because we've kind of run out of cash. Maybe we'll do in the next season. But of course, there won't be a next season if we can win Serie A somehow with this team. Let's see what happens. Well, we don't actually end up winning Serie A in the first season, which means we're going to have to try again. But look at that, guys. We managed to win Coppa Italia. And not just that, just like Mourinho, we managed to win the Conference League. I think a few changes and we can get this side to winning Serie A for sure. Like, look at the overalls. It's basically what a new goalkeeper. That's basically what we need. Paulo Dybala, I told you he was going to be a god for us. All we need in this team is a top-class goalkeeper, and I think we can win the scudetto. We've got 125 million to spend, and I'm thinking we could go for Mike Magnan. Can I put Rui Patricio in this deal and save slightly, you know, a bit of cash? I can, but not much. We're still probably only going to be able to make this one signing. We're just paying the 104 million. I can't believe it. Absolutely mental signing. Mike Magnan is here. I think this team is good enough to win the Serie A. We've got a few good players like Under and Villar coming back from their loan spell. Let's see if we can win Serie A and complete the video. Have we done it, guys? Have we completed this video to win Serie A with Roma? Have we done it, guys? Have we won Serie A with Roma to complete this video? Yes! We have. We've become the next Mourinho. I am the special one now. Let's go. With this team, we managed to do what Mourinho hasn't done yet with Roma. We've done better than Jose Mourinho at every club he's been at. Like this video if you want to see me become the next Jurgen Klopp. Catch you all for the next one. Peace.